Hey there friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and Ling and I are here today to talk to you about a book that we absolutely love. As of right now, it is our #1 favorite YA book that we've read so far in 2023. Now, it's not even June yet, so of course that could change and this book might get shuffled around a little bit on that list, but like I said, as of right now, it's #1. This book is absolutely hands down phenomenal. It won, I believe it was the National Book Award in the beginning of the year, and it's just, it's absolutely astonishing and phenomenal, and that book is All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this book, #1, is because, like I said, I've read it, I loved it so much, and I really, really want everybody to read it and talk about it as well. But also because it is May and we're in Asian American Pacific Islander month, so I really wanted to highlight those authors and those voices as well. So it's the perfect time to talk about this book. It's a perfect time to rave and just get everybody to read this book because it is absolutely astonishing. So this is another book that has trigger warnings in the front, which is really important. And this is something that I wish all books did now, because sometimes there are some topics that are really difficult to read about, and you never know what the sensitivity is of some of the readers, right? So before reading it, definitely check that first page out, see if there's anything in there that's going to really be hard for you to read. And this book definitely is hard to read. There are a lot of things that happen in this book that are just absolutely awful, but the prevailing feeling of it, I think, is hope and the power of what rage can actually do for you. Because when you think of rage, immediately you think of it as, okay, this is like a negative emotion. We try not to be angry. We try not to do that. But rage sometimes is great because it makes us powerful and it makes us step out of the situation that we're in and be able to help ourselves and help others. And that is the kind of rage that is talked about in this book. So there's a couple different viewpoints and focal points of this story. So we've got, first of all, it goes back and forth in time. We've got Pakistan in the past with this young woman named Misbah who has just gotten married, and now we are in the present as well in the small town of Juniper in California, where Misbah is married. She has a son named Salahuddin, and it goes back and forth between there. So really the story is about Salahuddin, her son, who's a teenager, and his best friend Noor. So they were best friends. They did everything together. They were really close. They had a really, really big fight, capital letter F, that they talk about, and because of that they're not so close anymore. They don't talk at all, and both of them are falling apart, both because they don't have this friendship in their lives anymore and because there's a lot of things going on. So Misbah and her husband, and when Salahuddin was little, moved to the United States to open up this hotel and, pursue the American dream. So now in the current state, Misbah has this really bad health issue that she has put off getting looked at and has now become very serious. So Salahuddin is still in school trying to finish high school, but also at the same time trying to keep this motel running. And he is basically running himself in the ground to do so. On the other hand, we've got Noor, who works at her uncle's grocery store. Her uncle is her only family left. Her parents died when she was little, and he took her in, so she feels like she really owes him. Now, he does not want her to go to college. He is very abusive, wants her to stay and work at the grocery store forever. But she is secretly applying to different colleges because she knows she has to get out. So there are a lot of different things going on in this story. There's also a huge, huge, huge proportion of the story that is talking about Islamophobia and just basically racism against brown people, and the different things that both Salahuddin and Noor have to deal with is sometimes feels insurmountable, right? I would probably equate this book to be on the same level as like Firekeeper's Daughter, in that it is a beautifully written story, wonderfully crafted, with some really mature themes that I think are really important to read about. Now, there is a lot of stuff that both of these teens go through, but when they do find each other again and recover from this fight, they find that they are stronger together. And that is really the important part of this book. But there's a lot of stuff going on in here, but they're so, even in addition to just how well the story is written, these characters just feel so real. Like they're just absolutely so incredible. they're amazing, and you're going to just be rooting for them and just loving them so much. And they go through so much, and they're so young, but the way that they are able to meet these obstacles and try to rise above them will just absolutely have you rooting for them. So please read this book. It is such an important book. It is such a moving, amazing, incredibly written book. Highly recommend it. Like I said, it's won some awards. It deserves every single thing that is said about it positive. Absolutely amazing. All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that this book sounds really interesting to you and that you're going to want to read it. If so, please feel free to come check it out from Farmington Community Library. And also, please give this video a like. Thank you so much for watching, friends. And have a wonderful rest of the day.